I'm from Canada. I decided about 9 years ago to basically leave everything I had in Canada and move to Panama for a new sort of a new adventure, new lifestyle. And I built a house in Panama, and I was looking for products for building my house, and that's when I discovered Palmex, which kind of funny because it's a product from Canada, which I didn't know, and then I discovered the product when I was going to Panama. And there were no distributors in Panama, so I contacted the company directly, and I liked the product so much, decided to become a distributor myself. Originally, it was supposed to be just something to keep me busy in Panama, but then it kind of grew and became a fairly important company. Now we employ about 30 people, and we've done hundreds of roofs in Panama and in Colombia. So it's grown far beyond what I had in mind when I started.
Mm-hmm. So what about the product inspired you? Because you said you got in touch for your own roof, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, it must have been really good that you decided that,
Yeah.
that you had some faith in the quality.
Absolutely. Well, when I was building my house, I wanted to have what they call a rancho or a palapa, which is like a kiosk by the side of the pool with a thatch roof. But I didn't want all the problems of the thatch, because the thatch is basically, it doesn't last very long. In the climate of Panama, it lasts like 3 years, and it attracts insects and other pests, and it, it will basically, you'll have debris falling in the pool, which causes problems maintaining the pool clean. So I didn't really want a natural thatch roof. So I didn't know what I was going to do until I found this product, which I really didn't know existed at the time, which faithfully reproduces the look of the thatch, but without any of the problems. So I thought that was pretty cool. And since it was a Canadian product, I was able to go and actually visit the factory directly and see the product for myself. And then I decided to jump in and become a distributor. And I really believed in the longevity of the product and the fact that it's zero maintenance. So I thought, if it's good for me, it'll be good for other people. So that's how I got into it. Mm-hmm.
So is the roof that you installed in your place still there?
It's still there, yeah. It's now 9 years old, and it still looks like new. Hasn't changed at all. And oh yeah, lots of rain, lots of sun, lots of wind, and it just stands up to everything. It's really a strong product. The fact that it doesn't get damaged by high winds or rain, and doesn't require any maintenance is really fantastic. It's a completely trouble-free product. So, and by the pool, it's ideal because it doesn't cause debris to fall into the pool, and so it helps keep the pool clean as well. Mm-hmm. People have a hard time understanding that a plastic can be an ecological product, but the product was actually LEED certified, which is the worldwide leader in green building certification. And there are many reasons for that. First of all, yeah, it's a plastic, it's a polyethylene, but it has a very long life. This product can last 50 years. So during 50 years, you're going to have to change a natural thatch roof 10 or 12 times. So every time you're damaging trees, in the transportation of the material and all that. So that has a significant impact. And there are many places now in the world that they don't allow harvesting the palm trees for that. For example, in Costa Rica, in parts of Panama where I am, in parts of Colombia, in Tahiti, for example, they can't use the palm trees from the islands because there aren't that many of them. They're small islands. So it does have quite an impact on the environment to build these natural roofs. And since this product lasts so long, you're really saving a lot of trees and a lot of trips to go harvest them. But also the product is actually made from about 35% recycled material. And Palmex would like to go up to 50%, but the problem is there's not enough material in the market. but still 35% is pretty good. And the product itself is 100% recyclable. So if somebody in 30 years or whatever takes down a roof, the plastic is all 100% recyclable. And also, it's a product that will keep the building underneath really cool. The Palmex is really good at rejecting the sun's energy, and there's very little heat that passes through. It's got really nice insulation properties. So if it's for an air-conditioned building, it will actually help save energy. It also, because it doesn't attract insects, you don't need to fumigate it like a natural roof like if it's in a restaurant or something like that. They have to fumigate regularly to keep the insects and other pests out. With Palmex, you don't have to do that because the product doesn't keep water and humidity, doesn't mold, doesn't rot, and it doesn't attract insects or I mean, you may have some occasionally, but they're not attracted to the product. There's nothing, no food, nothing there for them. So many reasons why, in the end, even though it's a plastic, it's a product that's good for the environment. And another thing that many people don't understand is that this polyethylene is made from a very thick, gooey substance that is left when they make gasoline out of oil. It's a byproduct that's left, and so that's something that they would throw away if they didn't use to make plastic. So it's really not something that causes consumption of oil. It's made from a byproduct that would go to waste if it wasn't used for this, and it's very, very resistant. So it won't break off and go into the sea, for example. So it's very nice for that.
Any other projects that you want to talk about? Palmex projects around the world that you are impressed with or you want to...
One that I'm fond of and that we've done in my company is there's a large hotel, a beach resort in Panama. They have 160 parasols on the beach. And we're changing them all. That's a lot of Palmex structures all on one beach. And there's a good example of why it's friendly for the environment. In the past, with their natural parasols, they would change them every 2 years. And now we're putting these parasols in, and we're basically making them, we're guaranteeing them for 20 years, both the Palmex and the wood. So these parasols are going to be there for a long, long time, which will save the hotel money and also help the environment. So, but there's, I'm not aware of all the projects because now I think the product is in like 50 different countries. But we see pictures coming out. Actually, if you follow the Palmex website, every once in a while, somebody comes up with a new innovative way of using the product because it's a very, very flexible product that can be adapted to just about any type of roof.